Dave Ramsey has got to stop with the lies regarding credit cards or credit in general. In this episode, we're going to talk about how he may be wrong in some situations. Sturgis Credit Repair is a 5-star rated online credit repair company. We help people just like you build or rebuild their credit scores. If you have no credit history, we offer products to help you build credit history so that you never have to depend on anyone co-signing for you. If you have bad credit, enroll into our service today and allow us to work on the negative items affecting your credit scores. We take no money up front, so start our service today for free. You'll get updated through your online account as well as receiving updates through your email. For those who are trying to buy a home, we're partnered with multiple real estate agents and loan officers who are ready to assist you with your goals. If you are a real estate agent, loan officer, or anyone dependent on customers with good credit, create a free partner account with us today. You can manually send or receive clients through your online account as well as track their progress before they go to someone else. Visit our website to learn more about our services. All right, so I thought for a few days regarding this Dave Ramsey situation. So if you don't know who Dave Ramsey is, he has become very popular. He's a very, educated person when it comes to paying off debt and not getting in bad debt or not putting yourself in debt that you can't afford. But some of his financial advice has gone completely out of the window. And pretty much preaching that credit cards are bad, credit is stupid, you don't need credit to, become successful and things like that. So if we just look at the definition of credit, some of these things just don't make sense. Now, for your average person that's out there who's not trying to do any type of long-term investing or not trying to become any type of millionaire or billionaire or anything like that out in the world, and yes, by all means, most of his information is pretty helpful and it could potentially help people who are in trouble in credit card debt or debt as far as loans and or bad debt and things like that. So before I begin preaching about why I disagree with his opinion on some things, I want to just throw out there that I am not talking about all of his information is wrong, because there are a lot of people out there that Dave helps. Just like in this screenshot here, this person here, they just stated that they're debt free as of today. They went through Dave Ramsey's program and they got rid of $98,000 of debt. So realistically, do you really need someone to tell you to pay your bills or how to pay your bills? It's pretty easy to get out of debt. You just, of course, just pay your bills and stop spending money on things that don't make money or things that's not going to help you pay off your debt sooner. So anyone can just stop going to restaurants every day, going to bars and stuff like that, taking a vacation every summer and stuff like that. And of course, they could pay off their debt with the money they were spending on things that's not making money. Realistically, anyone can get advice on how to get out of debt themselves. So moving on. So this first thing here, how to cancel a credit card. You want to cut it up, pay off the balance, etc. Now, that's good information. However, the disagreement comes into play whenever you're telling people that credit is stupid and credit cards are bad. Instead of just saying that, how about teach these people, how to use a credit card correctly so that they're not in debt anymore. They're not messing up their credit. They're not late on payments and things like that. Are credit cards bad? No. Can they put people in bad debt if used incorrectly? Yes. So let's kind of go back and look at some of the things that Dave posts. So you just go and just search Dave Ramsey credit card on one of his social media platforms. You're going to see something like this. Your teenager does not need a credit card. One of the dumbest advice you can put out there. One, yes, a teenager is very young. They can go out, max out the credit card. They cannot pay the bills. They have a part-time job. You looking at your average teenager, they get fired or they quit, then now they can't pay off, their credit card debt. Yes, that could be a good reason why a teenager could not use their card. But realistically, if you yourself teach your teenager how to use a credit card, then you wouldn't have to worry about this. If you yourself is a authorized user on that teenager's credit card, then you're going to make sure to pay that bill if that teenager can't. Now, here's why I disagree with that. Number one, you as a parent, once this teenager gets over 18 years of age, you don't want to buy their first car, buy their first home. You don't need them asking you to help them financially every time, they're trying to buy something or move somewhere after college and things like that. They need their own credit history in order to get approved for financing, and teaching them at an early age, such as a teenager, is going to help them understand how to use a credit card, why is credit important, and things like that. You need credit to be, I wouldn't say successful, or you at least need credit to get by in today's economy. So another thing is, he posted something 6 hours ago, 10 money traps. And of course, credit cards will have to be on that list. Imagine life without debt, no credit card payment, no car payment, no student loans, etc. Let's see what else he posted. Reasons you should have a credit card: none. So we kind of went over what Dave Ramsey thinks about credit cards and credit in general. Now let's look at the plus side. I myself use credit cards. I actually started my business with credit. If I didn't have credit, I wouldn't have this business. So if you look at credit, you're using someone else's money, which is the bank, to buy things for you, and then you're responsible for paying back that money. Now, when I look at credit cards, again, this all goes back to how I started my business. I used the bank's money to fund most of these things, and starting a business was a investment. So I made back, several times more than what I borrowed from the bank, all because I knew and understood how credit cards work. So let's look at this example here. I shared to our Sturgis Credit Repair social media page today. Credit card / debit card or cash. So let's look at the difference here. Let's say you have $3,000 a month in bills. That's fuel, food, entertainment, all your utility bills, your car insurance, everything you want to think about. Your Walmart bills. So let's say the average person spends $3,000 a month with all of their bills and spending throughout the month. If they use their cash or debit card, which is what Dave Ramsey wants you to do, you earn $0. All you know is you paid your bill. You get no reward from it. Now, if you used a credit card, you borrowed money from the bank, you paid your bills, all $3,000 with a credit card, and you use your debit card or bank to pay off that credit card before the due date is due. Then that's no debt or interest as well, because you paid off the balance in full. Therefore, you're not in debt. And then you paid it in full before the due date. So therefore, there's no interest on unpaid balances. This is how you use a credit card correctly. Let's say if this credit card has 3% cash back. Well, that's $90 that this person earned every single month. Who out there wants a free $100 every month? That's $1,200 a year. These same people that he's teaching to never get a credit card are the same people who waits for their tax return every single year in order to make ends meet. Instead of waiting for a tax return, how about you just pay yourself out of your cash back reward? So let's move over here to something I just want to share with a few people. So for example, here, my Wells Fargo card, which is my main card that I use for my business expenses every single month. Right now, I have $4,000 in cash back. I can use that $4,000 to go on a vacation. I can use that $4,000 if I go through a rough time in life. And let's say if I'm one of those people who need to wait on a tax return to fix my car, I don't have to. I can use this $4,000, and if I need to buy new tires for my car, or if I want to take a vacation somewhere, I want to buy airplane tickets, I want to treat somebody out to dinner or something like that, I can write myself a check with these cashback dollars here, or I can just swipe $4,000 on my credit card and just pay myself back with free money. My debit card would never pay me $4,000 just from paying my bills on time. So that's something that I wanted to share. And again, you don't have to have a lot of money to or a lot of money to spend in order to get a lot of reward points. You don't have to focus on getting $4,000 in 1 year like I did. You can just focus on $10 a month in cash back. 2 or 3 months, one of these weeks you're going to have a free tank of gas. And the biggest thing that people is going to argue, they're going to say, oh, well, 3%, that ain't nothing. I'm going to have to spend $1 million in order to make it even worth using a credit card. Well, a dollar is a dollar. So if you want to continue using your cash or debit card and make no money, that's fine. But if you're a responsible adult like I am and know how to use the bank's money in order to make free money, the bank is paying me interest to use their money. So if you're responsible like I am, then you understand how to use a credit card. Therefore, you're going to make free money for the rest of your life. So a lot of these things that Dave Ramsey preach, they're just not accurate in most cases. They're very misleading. And again, he preached to people who are already in a bad financial spot. Instead of telling them that credit is bad, teach them how to use credit. For example, most of your successful millionaires out there, the reason they're rich is because they don't touch their money. They use the bank's money for their investments, and then they get paid a profit, and they never use their money. Their money is never at risk. For example, if I wanted to go buy a rental property, and if I had, let's say, $1 million in my bank account, I'm not going to take my money, risk it, build a apartment complex or a fourplex or something like that, hoping it rents out and I make my $1 million back over multiple years. It took me too long to get that much money in my bank account. Therefore, I'm not about to just throw it at a risk or some type of investment that I hope would, help me. One, I am going to go to the bank, write out a business plan, get funded for the $1 million, and I am going to build this rental property. The people that I put in that rental property, they're going to pay the mortgage on it, plus the profit of the monthly payment or the monthly rent goes out to me. Therefore, I'm never paying a note, and I'm just making free passive income every single month. And the business ever goes down, I can sell that property. And look, I still have money in my bank because I never touch my money. I use the bank's money, or therefore I use my credit to invest in myself. That all goes back to this shirt here. Use your credit to finance your goals. Don't be an employee forever. There's multiple ways you can invest and work for yourself. There's multiple ways you can invest and make yourself free side money for the weekend. There's too many things out there you can do that does not involve using your own money. So learn how to use credit versus just saying that credit is dumb. Because if you stick to this idea, you're going to almost live until you're 100 years old and just now buying your first car cash or your first home cash, because this information is just outdated, is wrong. Just like guns and weapons, for example. A lot of people say, oh, guns are bad. Guns are the reason why people are dying from murders every day and robberies and things like that. The gun or the product is not an issue. People is the issue. Guns don't just wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to shoot up a building. No, people make those decisions. Therefore, you cannot blame a financial product such as a credit card if somebody messes up their financial life and it put them in debt or screwed up their credit. So a credit card does not put you in debt. You yourself put yourself in debt. If I go out and max out a credit card and I just paid a minimum payment every month, well, now I'm paying interest and now I'm in credit card debt. I did that myself. The credit card did not do that. Vice versa. If I get a credit card, max it out, pay it off in full every single month before the due date, I'm not paying interest and I'm not in credit card debt. And I just got paid free cash back money from the bank. Therefore, the credit card or the product is not the issue. You as a person is the issue. So that's just something I always wanted to make an episode on. A lot of people send me these posts from Dave Ramsey asking for my opinion on it. Normally I just kind of laugh it off and just say, it just depends on that person's situation. But it's like every day Dave Ramsey is posting something bad about credit, and me owning a credit repair business, Of course, I had to have some type of opinion on it and explain why I disagree with some of the things he says. So, if you are one of those persons that have taken one of Dave Ramsey's financial courses, or maybe you have questions regarding if you should get a credit card or how to correctly use a credit card, feel free to reach out to us here at Sturgis Credit Repair, and I can give you the best free advice that you do not have to pay for, unlike some of his financial courses. And I can teach you the correct way to help you use a credit card, or help your child or family member use a credit card or any type of financial product. So thank you for tuning in to this episode. And as always, feel free to reach out to us. If this video helped you, be sure to like it, comment, share it, and subscribe to this channel for more helpful videos like this one. Thanks for watching.